Here in the Arkansas State Red Wolves dynasty, it's again time for us to take on the college football playoff. We are no strangers to the playoff. I believe it's our 6th straight year making it. And after our first round bye, we're set up to take on the LSU Tigers. It's been the best year of this dynasty, and the Red Wolves are undefeated entering the playoff, having just won the SEC title against Georgia 23-10. And there's already a lot of hardware here in this season. A lot of them won by the new Heisman Trophy winner, Brian Maddox. This team is different. We've built some good ones over the years, but I don't think anything as complete as what we've constructed this year. We have the best offensive playmaker the series has ever seen, and I believe the top defense that just held Georgia to 10 points. We're going to be in for a big challenge today as we take on the LSU Tigers. We're going to face an All-American quarterback who was a Heisman contender this season and was among the leading passers in college football. Chad Block will try to solve our defense and put LSU in a position to knock off the best team we've ever built. To get the better of Chad Block, we need to contain him to the pocket. He's very dangerous with his legs. But if you can get pressure on him and maybe force him to air it out and throw downfield, that's where he's the most mistake prone. But he is one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country with 45 touchdown passes this season. He's played for 3 different schools and is trying to make a run with LSU. They defeated Washington in round 1, 31-17. They put up over 480 yards of offense, were excellent on third down. Block did have only 1 touchdown pass with 2 interceptions and a lower completion percentage. Block ran in 2 touchdowns. We'll try to keep him from doing that today, and we do have to slow down what could be the best group of receivers we've seen from an opponent this year. Georgia's receiving core was good, but clearly not as good as the one we had faced a year ago. They had sent Jawan Madden to the pros, and I knew this year's Georgia team wasn't nearly as good as the ones we've seen in the past. So LSU is maybe one of the best offensive challenges then for this team, and I think our secondary has been phenomenal. Trey Bradford on the outside, Vernon Fantus, Andre Adeyemi with 8 interceptions at safety. Here's their ultimate test, Theo Crispin. I wanted him to come to us in the offseason. Didn't work out that way. Theo Crispin has blazing speed, 97 acceleration. He can catch anything. 99 spec catch. He's definitely spent some time with the Odell Beckham highlight reels. And at 99 release, you don't want to get into a physical fight with him at the line of scrimmage. This is a team with 3 1,000-yard receivers this season. Austin Huey and Taj Lampkin also crossed that mark. I think their defense is solid. I mean, they definitely have good defensive talent, but the strength of this team is certainly the offense. They have no strong safeties. How do you end up with that? And while they don't have the most complete front 7, they still have an 18-sack player in Josh Childress. So there are enough difference makers on that side of the football. And if they're able to keep us from putting up our usual 40 points and this becomes a closer game, they have an offense that could make this a really interesting first playoff matchup for us. Here's where the Heisman voting ended up, by the way. Maddox finished number 1. Terrell Breeze from Wyoming was number 2. And then 3 smaller program quarterbacks. I did not go over the All-Americans. Let's take a look at this, where Brian Maddox is a first-team All-American. Dennis Pape is as well. LSU's Josh Childress is an All-American, but for the Red Wolves, Elijah Hopper, Tyree Figueroa, Randall Lyles, Vernon Fantus, and Andre Adeyemi. Second team All-Americans, we got right tackle Kalen Landry, Jeffrey Brazil, Isaiah Harris, Trey Bradford, and Edward Cheeks. That is a lot of All-Americans on this defense. We've accomplished so much in this series. We've won 3 different conferences. We've had an undefeated regular season. We now have a Heisman Trophy winner on our team. The only thing that's left is to make it to Inglewood and take that trophy home. That's the only mission we have. Anything less than that, and we have not reached our goal. So with that, everybody, it's time to begin the college football playoff. Arkansas State takes on the LSU Tigers. It's time for the Orange Bowl in the quarterfinals. The Red Wolves 3 wins away from our goal of winning the national championship. We've won twice in a row against Georgia. That gives me a lot of confidence going into the playoff, even if this isn't the strongest version of Georgia we've seen before. But LSU's offense certainly has a unique challenge with 3 1,000-yard receivers, a quarterback who is in the Heisman voting for much of the season. I'm still kind of new to our defense slowing down some of the elite passing attacks, and we'll see how they handle this newest challenge. From Miami, it's time to get underway. Welcome to the Orange Bowl, everybody. It's Arkansas State and LSU. Tigers up first. It's taken out of the end zone and brought down at the 15-yard line. Here come the Tigers. We need to disguise and rotate. I do think we need to be a little unpredictable defensively, find creative ways to create pressure. Because do you want to just drop back, sit in coverage all day against a team as talented as LSU is? I don't know about that. It hasn't worked out for us in the past. But this year, we have raised that level of play. 1st and 10, Tigers to the air. Chad block protected. He throws short. It is a short pickup on the catch. Taj Lampkin. One thing I liked from that Georgia game last time out was how much rotation I did along the D-line. I think against better teams, we're going to be even more aggressive with how often we rotate and keep guys fresh. Nice play by Randall Lyles. And here is the day's first 3rd down. We have been really tough in these spots. Giving the receivers room off the line. Pass caught. That's at the marker. Barry Vildor. That's the tight end. And I want to avoid getting too predictable, because I think you pay the price for that later in the game if you stick to the same tendencies. A little pressure sent. Block finds the open Austin Huey. Block throwing. Again underneath. Has not really pushed the ball downfield yet, and now has 21 yards. Theo Crispin is wide right. Block on 2nd and 10. That's contested. Incomplete. Lyles on the coverage. Big test on the opening drive. From the 37. Block. He feels pressure. Finds the underneath receiver. And the tackle is made. We're in cover 2 on this one. I think we played this really well. They have a 3 vertical look on the right side, and they do end up getting some room here, but quarterbacks need to be more aggressive to try to hit some of these windows, and I think their best chance was going to be here with Theo Crispin, but with the pressure showing up, the ball's going to usually come out a little bit shorter, and we're in position to make the tackle. And an opening drive punt for LSU sends it deep. This one's let go and bounces into the end zone. Here come the Red Wolves. The offense wasn't great against Georgia. We basically played ball control early, had a lead, limited our mistakes once we had it, and never really gave them an easy way back into the game. And that's huge in these matchups. Like when you have an advantage, you cannot afford to turn the ball over. You can't make anything easy on the opposition. And we're going to give this one to Brian Maddox. Try to get him off tackle. He gains 1. And Georgia defended Maddox really well. That's part of why we only had 23 points, as they took away our plan A, at least for the first half of the game. Christian Fine, slot right on 2nd and 9. Pretty good coverage, and the pass is intercepted. There's an opportunity for LSU. It ends up in the linebacker's hands. We had a lot of time in the pockets. Jamal Thomas with the interception. So we're trying to hit that dig route coming across the middle. Eventually it does open up, but it takes some time. And the pressure gets there just in time. It's a heads-up interception, but now a gift for LSU. And we've gotten pretty used to being able to make those types of plays where you know you need extended time in the pocket, and our offensive line has created that. But LSU on the first drop back makes the big play. Crispin lining up quite a bit on the far right of the formation. He's going to throw, and that is off the mark, landing between defenders and receivers. Block on 3rd and 9. It's a 4-man rush, and he delivers too low. It's incomplete. Intended for LaMichael Connors. And the early accuracy of block has not been great. Here's a field goal try as LSU does score the first points. Arkansas State trying this again. Starting with Maddox, soft tackle and brought down, a gain of 3. So Josh Childress we need to focus on. He's going to line up on the right side. I didn't see if he's the one who got the pressure on that hit that caused the interception. Fine makes the catch. I just watched it back and it was him. However, the only one that encountered him was Brian Maddox. We don't want to end up there. The result was predictable. 3rd down and 2. Maddox is met and stuffed. I really don't know what Mangum's doing here. You expect him to block the guy who ends up making the tackle, but he misses and goes all the way outside. So both offenses have some things to be frustrated about here in the first quarter. LSU takes over. It's dumped off in time, but it's going to cost them a loss of 7. Here's a full line sub along our front, and now one lob downfield looking for Crispin, and it's knocked away. Vernon Fantus breaks it up. That could be the battle of the year with those two on the outside. 3rd down and 17. Extra cushion given to the receivers. Block, throws, and has his man. 1st down to Taj Lampkin. Not an ideal matchup there for Adeyemi. The run game seems to be an afterthought, but they've put 2 running backs in the game. And they'll send one out. It is a throw, floating out, and the tackle is made, not much. No tight ends in the game. And here's a 4-man rush. The pass is caught. Thrown behind Crispin. Good adjustment. And they're in Arkansas State territory. We do have a tight end in the game now with 2 running backs. And it's an inside give with Harris blitzing, making the tackle. It could be 4-down territory here for the Tigers. At our 42, a run on 3rd down, and the tackle is made. That's Judovsky, and the field goal team is sent on here on 4th and 4. This is 59 yards out now. Kick is about centered, and that is no good! Off the right upright, and Arkansas State takes it back. I feel like we haven't had a good chance yet to set up the offense. It's the reverse of what happened in the early minutes against Georgia. But here is Arkansas State, a completion. That's our first one. It's to Kenneth Agood. I'm sorry, it's our second. Maddox on the carry, a cutback, trying to find some space. A similarly slow start to what we saw in that Georgia game. 3rd down and 1. They're crowding the box here. End of the quarter. We get the snap off in time. We're going to throw. That's caught by Orndorff. And he's brought down at the LSU 36. That was 4-down territory all the way. Just wanted to throw against a good look. Overall, though, I think that's a decent start for LSU. It's just they didn't fully capitalize on the scoring chances. Might have to burn a timeout here. Yeah, it's too close. So 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half, and Maddox hits the hole and finally gets some daylight and gains 8. Second down and short. Ogletree rolling right. He dishes to Maddox, and the first defender latches on to stop him. Red Wolves approaching the red zone. And it's going to be Maddox again, set up well up front, and he runs ahead to the first down mark. 6 for 25. Offense opening up, and a play action. This one is dumped off. Orndorff will pick up a little. I think I might have had Miles Allen there, but just ended up getting kind of rushed into dumping it off quickly. Second down from behind the 10. Good coverage overall, and they will sandwich Ogletree. You get used to certain plays working after a while, but then you go up against these better teams, and they don't work nearly as effectively. So you got Christian Fine. He's in the slot right here, and this post has been his money route for much of the year. Defender has the inside leverage, and it never opens up. 3rd and 9, Arkansas State. Could still get a first down on this drive. It's short, and a good. He's going to be close. And they'll stop him at the 4. It's 4th and 2. I think we need to force them to give us a look. 4th down and 2. Ooh, got him. Offsides. Free play. We try to make it count. Touchdown, Arkansas State. I kind of felt like I wanted a field goal here. I was going to be willing to play it safe. But they jump off sides, and Arkansas State takes advantage of their first big mistake. Kenneth Agood touchdown, and now 7-3 Red Wolves. Huge sequence in favor of our Wolves. That is a tricky spot, especially when you're like, I respect the defense right now. They have not been easy. 4th and 2 versus them. It's a little bit different than evaluating 4th and 2 versus another team. Here's 2nd down for block. Has time. Fires low. Incomplete. He's just not been very accurate. He hasn't faced a lot of pressure. And I don't think these are really deep throws where you'd expect him to be more inconsistent. 3rd down and 8. They go short. And we have been forcing teams to get the ball underneath so often, and that just plays right into our hands. The linebackers are fast. They rally. They react really quickly. Arkansas State building momentum. They'll get it back. This is a good. We have a lane here on the left. But these SEC teams can close those gaps a little bit faster. Single high from LSU. 1st down. Maddox in motion, and he's got it now. Setting up his blockers. Gaining 5. I love this play. I think for a team that likes to run so much, and I do a lot of that on 1st down, that's a really good tendency breaker where you're still getting it to Maddox a little bit differently. It's a play to break out when just inside zone and the standard running game is not doing it all on their own there. Maddox trying to cut this out. He's in the open field. He's brought down as he crosses the 20. That stiff arm not quite connecting yet, but a 26-yarder, his longest. Yeah, they're playing coverage here. We got to make a change. 1st and 10. Oh, boy. Throwing. There is a flag down. That was going to be a TFL. Might have ended up in a no-win situation with an ineligible man downfield. 1st down and 15. Ogletree's going to break the pocket and could not escape Martin Abreu. Feet kind of got tangled there. Didn't have the cleanest escape route. 2nd down and 17. Coming across, and a good put into a tough spot. You can have a first down if you make it inside the 8. We're trying to stretch this defense here vertically this time. First down. Pass is incomplete as the pressure arrives. And here comes the field goal team. Jamie Finger right down the middle and a 10-3 advantage. Arkansas State on defense, getting pressure on block. That incompletion makes a little more sense. He's already thrown it 21 times. I don't know if he's actually capable of handing the ball off. Do they have a rushing attempt, a true rushing attempt yet? Over the middle and a tough grab pulled in by Crispin. I think it's about time we get some more of the rotation set up as well. I want Matlock and Monty to rotate in. But here's third down and 4. And tight end Vildor picks it up. He has 5 catches for 1 yard. Now he fakes the handoff, throws on target. It's caught by Lampkin. Sending one of our secret weapons. That is broken up. Isaiah Harris. I love that. We have had Randall Lyles be a really effective blitzer. I think it played a big part in him becoming an All-American, racking up like 3 sacks. But you throw into the blitz like it's kind of the reactionary thing. It's where the opening is. That's just a wild play for a linebacker to be able to make. They throw a screen. Bad job there by Lyles, and sloppy defense leads to a gain of 9. Sneaking. He got it. Block, first and 10. He fires across the middle. Lampkin on the reception. Of the 3 receivers, he's had the best start. Block floats out the swing screen, and the Red Wolves rally. We're in a tough spot right now where I am wanting another possession, as I always do. But I think we should not use the timeouts here quite yet, and they'll use one. That kind of helps us out as well. We'll go to our dime package now, get an extra DB on the field, only 1 linebacker. And that's Isaiah Harris. Kyrie Cano now in. Third down and 13. Block, throws, hooks up with Lampkin. Lyles cannot contain him. And it's first and goal. We will now be motivated to use our timeouts. 48 seconds left, first and goal. LSU still has a timeout. And block has Lampkin. So he's found a new favorite receiver for this game. Block, quick hitter. We're going to use a timeout. I really should have used it after that last play. But now it's going to be third and goal. And wide open in the end zone. Who else but Taj Lampkin? LSU will have a chance to tie it. They've had success out of the slot. And it makes you wonder is it worth it to move anybody else inside when they have 3 really good receivers? 14 seconds left, not a ton to work with, so I would love a return here from Agood. See if he can find a crease, and there was not one here. All right, we're going to play it safe, and we're heading into the break. It's 10 apiece. I do feel like we're in a good spot right now, despite the game being tied. We're running the football well. We showed some balance on those last couple drives. But we're going to have to find a way to slow down Taj Lampkin. And the second half is underway. We'll take it from the 25. This is where we want to get back to our game with Brian Maddox. First play is a give, getting a good forward push, and he gets 9 on first down. Now 8 for 60. LSU threw the ball, first of all, like 32 or 33 times. So we actually haven't had the ball that much. Don't really have to worry about managing the carries here. Maddox is good to go and picks up a first down. We move Agood into the backfield on first down. And it's a draw play, a good 5 yards. That's something we've been saving for the best teams on the schedule. 2nd down and 5. Ogletree at the 47-yard line, heading to the air. And the pass is out, complete to Kenneth Agood. Are they challenging this? They are. So Agood lays out. It looks like he has both toes on the ground. That could be a very costly timeout loss. They didn't lose a timeout or anything, though. So it stands clearly. We have a 1st down at their 43. And here is Maddox getting going here in the 2nd half. He picks up 10 more. 1st and 10. This is a draw play. And Ogletree picks up 5. They actually stayed home on that play. It was the shovel pass option with Maddox. A couple times I've run it before, he's been like wide open. Ogletree gets the snap off in time and hooks up with the Agood, racing to the 10, out of bounds at the 6. Yards down here can be tough, and it's the difference between 3s and 7s oftentimes. Out goes Maddox, makes a man miss, and brings it ahead, 2 yards out. And they're crowding the line, as you should. Motioning a tight end to the left, and it's a design keeper for Gerald Ogletree. We have not broken this one out much this year. Thought it was the right time and the right look. Great drive for us to get the 3rd quarter underway. So looking at this slot matchup, Randall Lyles is not necessarily the best cover player, but he's young with a good dev trait, so he's been in this role, and he's been a really good blitzer. If we go with Kyrie Cano, he is better in coverage. Cano is also a bit taller and a slightly better athlete. So we're going to work number 17, Kyrie Cano, into the game, and he is matched up with Lampkin right now. Here's a throw one-on-one. He bounces off the tackle attempt and gains 3. That's 10 catches for their slot receiver. 2nd down. Block fires outside, and that catch is made by Austin Huey. Here's Block. He's blitzed and checks it down in time. The running back is LaMichael Connors. And it's a handoff. Connors. He gets a couple. 3rd and 1. They try the run to the right, and the play is made. Perhaps that's why they're not going to it very often. Edward Cheeks. I had him blitzing. We had the perfect call for that play. Arkansas State getting it back. Agood takes it, starting slow, and now he breaks outside. Huge return across the 40, and he sets up the Red Wolves at the 43. Thought they gave us some favorable run looks on that last drive. Now they come out and more so look to stop the run, but here's Maddox anyway. Short gain. 2nd down and 9. Dropping back, and the pressure's there. They bring down Ogletree. Coco Redman. This is a situation we haven't faced much today. 3rd down and long. Ogletree heads to the air, and here comes Childress. Sack number 3. Tigers get off the field. Block, 1st down. He's throwing over the middle. Too tall. That's quads left. Not 3 this time. They got 4. We send only 3. Coming across wide open. Good catch and run for Dom Brown. They throw a screen out and reach the ball out there. That was dangerous. Cano's in on the tackle, and it's 3rd down and short. Dom Brown is the running back. Block. Hands off again. There is Harris. It's just not working. And they're going to bring on the punt team again. Not equipped to run the ball on this defense. They will punt it away. Here is a good upfield. Met around the 24-yard line. Here's a tendency breaker. We go 4 receivers. We're going to change the play. We're going Maddox's way to start the drive. Not a very clean run. Gain of 3. Just seeing how they defend some of the 4 receiver looks. This is a screen for Maddox. Has nowhere to go. And they've created pressure on these third downs. You got to watch out for Childress on the right side. No, I want you to stay in to block. No, I don't think he could hear me on that one. All right, then. 3rd down and 7. Pass off the mark. Can't hook up with Christian Fine. Number 76 here is a handful. And we have not been up to the challenge with him. Great drive to take the lead, but very little to follow. And here is LSU as the 4th quarter approaches. It's anyone's game. I talked about in the beginning, if their defense keeps this lower scoring and we're playing more of a one-possession game, they have a very potent, dangerous offense. I think a lower scoring game plays more to their favor. Here is blocks, throw. Crispin pulls it down and picks up 8. And we'll head to the 4th quarter. Block has thrown 41 passes, just 15 for Ogletree. Neither really getting much in terms of yardage. And we only have 1 3rd down conversion today. We need to get into some better 3rd downs and make these drives a little bit easier. A spot in the semifinals on the line. LSU on 2nd down tries a run. It was moderately successful. 1st down, Dom Brown. More empty from LSU. On 2nd and 10. Incomplete. And now a good chance for our defense. Harulahu rotates in. Matlock as well. It's a blitz. And the pass is caught. And this is none of the top 3 wide receivers. Block 2nd and 7. Complete. Barry Vildor. They're running it. Oh, he broke a tackle. And that is their best run of the day for LaMichael Connors. Block keeps it. That's the first time they've shown this all game. He's 1 for 1 on the sneak attempts. 3rd and inches. Anything positive would be a 1st down, and they get it. They've figured out some things against this defense, and now 21 yards away from tying. Block underneath. Good coverage by Harris. Direct snap. And there is Adeyemi. I had him aligned over there to blitz. So it's 3rd down and 9. LSU needs the 11. 4 on the rush. Over the middle and complete. Austin Huey. They've made enough of the tough plays to keep him in this. 6:34 remaining. LSU gives. Ooh, I think he had way more room running straight ahead. Lost a 3. It's essentially 2nd and goal from where they're at. Wide open, middle of the field. And it sets up 3rd and 7 from the 8. Block. He's only facing a 3-man rush this time. The coverage is good, and that is short. I just wanted to take away as much over the middle as we could there. And now, 4th and 4. This is the biggest play of the game. 4 on the rush. 4th down. Pass caught. He's close. It's 1st and goal. Taj Lampkin made the catch. And I considered this goal to go because you never see someone actually convert for the 1st down here. You have to get between the first down marker and the end zone. It almost never happens, but it does here, of all moments. I actually think at some point here, this had to have crossed the plane, right? So they're not in yet. Still have to earn the touchdown. First and goal. And huge loss. That's back at the 4, Max Dorsey. 4 of the toughest yards they'll have to get all year, and stuffed by Brazil. And all the while, the clock is running. We're down to 3:19. This feels like it's moving by so quickly. Third down and goal. Dom Brown, the running back. Straight up the middle. Brown breaks a tackle and scores. Touchdown, Tigers. Good drive for LSU. They made all the plays they had to. It's another one of those possessions where the yards aren't coming easy, but they're converting on third down. They're making catches in traffic. And now we're in a tie game after a 20-play, 9-minute possession. So they've had the ball the entire fourth quarter to this point. And with 3:10 left to go, it's on Arkansas State to try and win this game. It comes down to our offense. Taken out here. A good brings it out to the 22. This might be the possession that decides the game. 3:07 on the clock, and Maddox will get us started with 5 yards. I like the idea of Brian Maddox emphasis and trying to make it so whatever happens after this possession, there's very little time. So 2:30 remaining. We'll run this play clock down, and this is going to be a screen. Now they're all over Maddox, and he loses 6. And that could change everything. And this is the biggest third down of the year. And you know they're going to be sending Childress. We got Maddox staying in to help protect. Third down and 11. Downfield pass broken up. Yeah, Orndorff. Not really the guy to toss that one to. It's not what I wanted. I saw that safety come down, and then the linebackers dropping. If I just stick to the plan, I've got a good. But I guess I saw the safety getting out of the play. Orndorff stressing the linebacker, but did not read that right. That was great coverage. And we do not right now want this coming down to our defense. The way LSU's moved the ball, the way they've limited mistakes. Lichtensteiger boots it away. We're going to minimize the return. This is stressful right now. The best team we've ever constructed is on the ropes for the first time this season. 3 receivers for LSU. Block fakes, throws, and it is incomplete through Crispin's hands. 4-man rush. They get it out to the tight end, Vildor, and here is third down. 4 cent. Block throws. Caught. Vildor gets away. LSU to the 41. What a job holding on. They've made these tough plays throughout. And the clock is running. We have all of our timeouts. Here is a run. They haven't done it much. We're going to have to spend one here. We've got to make a play, and these 4-man rushes haven't gotten the job done. 6 coming. Dumped off. Oh, huge tackle. Huge play. We had a screen on our drive lose a bunch, and now they do. They had the counter. But Tyree Figueroa chased him down. Third down and 12. From here, it's a 60-plus yard field goal. And with a minute to go, block throws, and he holds on! Unbelievable Taj Lampkin! And Cano is right there. You can't draw it up better for us to break that up. I can't believe it. How are they making every one of these catches in traffic? We only have 1 timeout remaining. Block, throws, intercepted, overthrown, Andre Adeyemi! Hope is not lost! Arkansas State has it with 50 seconds left! Just when you think it might be over, the ball hawk has swooped in and given us another chance. I can't believe it, guys. Chad Block trying to get over the linebacker. Actually, that's Cano in this case. Throw over the middle. It's a little too high. And we're in the right spot with Andre Adeyemi. It's 9 interceptions. The game is not over. 50 seconds to play. All right, got to avoid the delay here. I need the timeout to be kept. We're going to roll. Throw downfield. That is intercepted right back. No! Perfect coverage. Looking downfield for Christian Fine on a play that's gotten us out of a lot of jams. Man, I didn't even see him coming across there. The gift was wasted. 44 seconds remaining for LSU. Back and forth this game goes. Run stuffed. Got to use the timeout. We're hoping for incomplete passes now. This is going to be a run. Dorsey makes the play, so I mean, they're going to have to make a play to avoid potential overtime. 30 seconds left. Block, steps into it. He's going to go deep. This is for the end zone. Broken up. 4th down. No one can take it. 24 seconds remaining. I can't believe I got away with that pick. And now no timeouts. We need to just run this ball and go to overtime if it's not going to get broken. I actually can't believe that we have not lost the game with these 4th quarter mistakes. 20 seconds left. Maddox on the carry. We'll hurry up and get one more off. 10 seconds remaining. And he's going to run inside and set us up here. And I think time is going to run out on us. All right. Overtime it is. I kind of feel more comfortable with that right now. 17-all. LSU has come closer than anybody to taking us down. The clutch interception took away one scoring chance. And then they played it very passively on that final possession, relying on their run to set up a field goal for some reason. So neither team doing what they need to do offensively on those final drives. And now LSU is going to start with the ball. And they will set the tone in OT. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right. Block, throws low, and it's incomplete. I think we're going to go with heavy rotation along the line after this play. Block, pressured, ball is out! Oh my, scooped up, got a key! Running this back! On to the semifinals! Touchdown! Mustafa Gadaki, a walk-off winner for the Red Wolves. 23-17 in the end. I can't believe the horseshoe that just landed on us in this game. The luck of the final 3 drives for LSU, I think it makes up for a lot of times in the past where nothing bounced our way, where other teams seem to make impossible plays again and again and again and end our season. Not this time. There's something special about this team, and we just walked them off with our defense. Gerald Ogletree never touches the ball in OT. We finally got pressure through the middle with Jeffrey Brazil. And Gadecki on the clean scoop. How does he scoop this cleanly? It's the best fumble recovery I've ever seen. And if there's anything he can do, it's take off and run with the football. Only like 3.5 sacks this year. I was getting ready to take him out of the game. But he's going to end it instead. What a win for Arkansas State. The fact that I didn't play as well as I needed to there in the second half, and we still get to move on, is very lucky. Because we just had 182 yards of offense. They were 13 of 21 on third down. We were 1 for 7. They simply had the football. A lot more than we did. How many plays run? We had 42 to their 79. I do think that kind of plays a part into like me never getting into a good rhythm. And then when we did have the football, they created pressure and they took away a lot of stuff in the passing game. 13 for 18, a touchdown, 2 picks. And for the first time this year, Brian Maddox does not score a touchdown. And if not for just those random runs at the end, he wouldn't have even reached 100 yards. We got a break today. And you can't count on that happening again. The defense bailed us out. Chad Block's inaccuracy bailed us out. I mean, I say he was inaccurate. He was still 74% completion. But the ones that weren't caught were pretty uncatchable in a lot of cases. Wow. I'm not even sure what else to say. This was the throw that I thought was going to end our season. This was third down and long. We're playing cover 2. And we get everybody covered. It's going to be contested. What a catch by Lampkin. Amazing game for him. The next play was the overthrow to Andre Adeyemi. That's one of the strangest wins of the series. Because it doesn't feel as much like a win as the other games this season. We get our 14th win, though. We found a way. That's all that matters. 23-17 in overtime. The defense really showed you why they're different there with the final possessions. Those were moments where we've not come up with the big play before. Oklahoma is next. From the Orange Bowl to the Sugar Bowl. Another SEC opponent awaits the Red Wolves. They're the 5 seed. And here is the updated bracket. As Oklahoma beat Tennessee 34-31. Georgia beat Pitt. USC tops Miami. So 3 of the 4 teams remaining are from the SEC. And now it's the Sooners up next. I did see an update, and I think our defensive coordinator just took a head coaching job. And after that performance, it definitely makes a lot of sense. Interesting. The carousel sent the coordinator previously at Georgia to Nebraska to be their head coach. Our coordinator, Eric Luke, just went from us to Georgia. It's a lateral move. He did not become the head coach. So I guess suddenly we have to hire a new DC. What a way to leave, though. I feel like that Alabama pipeline makes a lot of sense. Level 41 is the highest rated coach available. Scheme Guru is where his emphasis is. And then Corey Batoon, his emphasis is also on that same Scheme Guru. I can't click in and see any of the individual perks they've purchased. F Prestige. You don't want to drop Coach Prestige significantly. What's Griffin McCarley got? F? What's the difference between offer coach and hire coach? I guess I don't have to do anything right now. I'll let you guys tell me what I need to focus on here going into the next episode. If I should fill this now or wait. I just can't believe we won the game. That is officially the most fortunate win, I'd say, of the series when you consider the stakes and how much was on the line. All right. Got to play way better in the next one. Thankfully, we do have another chance to take on Oklahoma. Here's a look at their team. 94 overall defense, 91 overall offense. Gage Sheets is their quarterback. Top player is a center. Got a will linebacker, strong safety, cornerback Jeremiah Hendricks, a pair of linebackers, so a complete trio. For the first time this year, we were overwhelmed by a receiving group, and it was mainly the slot receiver. This group, I'm sure they're good. LSU's receivers were definitely the toughest trio so far. I also felt like their offensive line played an outstanding game in pass protection outside of the final play. Alex Marquez, lower-rated left tackle for them. Max Dorsey was pretty much shut out in that last game. Should have a better chance to get after the quarterback now in this one. So the journey continues for Arkansas State next time against the Sooners. Here is a stat update. As Gerald Ogletree is at 31 passing touchdowns, 11 picks. Brian Maddox, close to 2,000 yards rushing on the year. Kenneth Agood, close to 1,000 yards receiving. And some of those mistakes at the end could have been solved by just getting the ball to our best receiver. Andre Adeyemi now has 9 interceptions. And very few players on the channel in my franchises and dynasties have ever come close to this. And Gerald Ogletree has 146 touchdowns. Having a quieter game today probably means that Case Keenum's record is safe at 155. We'd have to win against Oklahoma, move on to the championship, and basically see him throw 5 touchdowns in each. But the goal was to win a championship, and we're now 2 wins away. We'll take on Oklahoma next time and try to punch our ticket. Thank you all for watching. Leave your thoughts below. I'm sure you have many. And subscribe to the channel. The job ain't done yet. I'll see you next time.